the help desk is an on-demand research service on corruption that we provide to selected stakeholders. So it's relatively easy. I mean, if you are a subscriber to the service, you can ask the help desk a question and we provide an answer within 10 days. And we've got a long experience of servicing the knowledge needs of the development communities through this manner, because we have been operating such services for the EU4 partner agencies since 10 years. But the good news is that since September 2012, development practitioners from the EU can also access the service thanks to the support that Europaid is giving us. It's very easy. I mean, you can phone us or you can send us an email through the Capacity for Dev website or the TI website. And then you ask your question. The help desk team, which is based in Berlin, get in touch with you, clarify the question, agree on a deadline. Then we contact our experts or relevant organization, we do desk research, and we compile the answer within 10 days. We ask many questions because basically practitioners need to quickly react on what's happening at country level, you know, I mean, and they don't always have the anti-corruption expertise to do so. It can be that there is a corruption scandal which is happening and they need to take a quick position, or they need to know what reform to advocate for, or it can be less dramatic. It can be that the country is drafting a new anti-corruption law and they are asked to provide input into these laws, so they can turn to us and we look at best practice and we provide this kind of service. What we get a lot from the EU4, and I assume it will be as well the case here, it's country corruption profiles, because when country offices are developing their country strategies, they need to map the risk, corruption risk, and see and maybe adapt the aid modality to the risk of the country. So we are asked for a lot of country profiles. There is a knowledge base which is evolving of all these answers. For example, last year we answered close to 120 questions, and about 80 of them, I would say, have been made public. Which means that if you are not one of the happy few who can use the service, you can actually browse through this repository of knowledge. This service is interesting as well for us to monitor trends and what's interesting the donor community and what are the knowledge gaps and where we need to maybe invest more resources into doing further research. So there is a kind of clear trend. I mean, the first one, I mean, of course, donors are very concerned about putting in place sound internal integrity management mechanism, because they want to be able to have a good system to prevent, detect and sanction corruption, and as well apply to themselves the standard that they're asking from others. The second very strong demand is obviously to safeguard aids from corruption risk. Because I mean, they need to be accountable to the taxpayers, and there are some estimates I read last week that close to 30% of the development money could be lost and not reach the beneficiaries because of corruption. I mean, it's estimates, so it's difficult. We can discuss about how difficult it is to measure that. But so obviously that's another very important need for development practitioners. The third concern, obviously, is as well to inform the policy debate at country level and to support the anti-corruption efforts of the recipient countries. So it can be that a country is setting up an anti-corruption commission. It can be that they are developing a new anti-corruption legislation. It can be all that, and then they need to provide support for that.